My name is Gloria Jovic. I come from Novi Sad, Serbia. I am 22 years old and I work as a bartender at the moment. And besides that, I volunteer at my organization, Pokret Gorana Vojvodine. And we deal a lot with ecological stuff in Sremski Karlovci, where the organization is based, but we also have a lot of activities with youth work. It all started back in 2016. I had a friend who lives in Karlovci, and he was like, "Okay, come over one day," and I was like, "Okay, sure." And in that day, the camp was starting. It was an international camp for Ancient Rome Festival. Everybody from all around the world gathers in Sremski for 2 weeks, and they prepare like a 2-day festival about ancient Rome people. Arena, face painting, like games that they played and stuff like that. And I was really interested in that because I was like, so many people from all over the world in one place. And they were like, yeah, we do this every year. And we have also 2 other camps. And we have like also other youth activities and how do you call those? youth exchanges. And basically, yeah, because we have a complex ecological center where we have like now we have 3 halls that you can work in, and we have 2 buildings with bedrooms. So that's why a lot of youth groups come to that place, and you can meet a lot of people. Back in the day, I was 17, and I was like, oh, I really want to meet all of that people. I really want to like learn about other cultures and how they live and what's the situation like in their place. So they were like, okay, yeah, just like start to volunteer here and you will see like the full process. And I was like, okay. And then like 5 years later, I'm one of the coordinators for youth activities now. I go myself to youth exchanges. I'm a participant also in some of those. And I love the whole story. I love meeting new people. I love like experiencing all the stories, all the travel, everything that comes along with it. We have a project that's called Cultural Yard. It's based off the camp that I first went back in 2016. Because the camp officially ended in 2017. They were like, okay, there's no more point in having a camp because every year we have like too many props already made and people just come for 2 weeks and don't do much stuff anymore for the camp. And they were like, okay, me and my boyfriend, who's also in the organization, are gonna have like the cultural yard for 3 days, but we don't need to have a camp for it. We will just gather volunteers, and then some of us will prepare the props, we prepare the games, costumes, and everything. And with that, we started the whole project. We started with the Roman Celtic, actually, cultural yard, and the next year we moved to the Nordic festival. We wanted to expand, like, for the kids in Sremski Karlovci, so they can see, like, all the Norse mythology, the Norse gods, how the Vikings lived and what they did for the living. So we also like already had the arena, the face paint, the body paint, you can play with like clay and stuff like that. And the kids in Karlovci really love it. Every year we host the event, and over like first year we had over 600 people. And then the next year, we actually passed the 1,000 milestone for 3 days. And with that, I was super proud because we ended up being in a newspaper. We ended up like on TV. The portals like on the internet started to write about us. And finally, the organization was receiving the attention that we wanted the whole time. And the other thing that I'm really proud of is also a living library. It's a concept like where people are the books and they are telling their own personal stories. And it's usually people like who are discriminated or in smaller groups, and you come to the event and you see like, okay, you have a title and you want to read that, so a volunteer will take you to that person and they will tell you their life story, hoping that they will change your opinion on that sort of group. Because usually we have like LGBT groups, Roma groups, people with disabilities, war veterans, ex-drug abusers or ex-alcohol abusers, and people like that. With the years, you gain the experience. It's not always easy, like hosting everything, like being the coordinator and taking care of everything. Like you always have some slips, and it's normal for that to happen. I mean, you're only one person, but you can always like attend more to the volunteers to see if they're like they need something maybe like, or maybe to be more pressed in the media to like expand the whole event so more people can see it, and maybe generally for the whole cultural yard event, hoping someday it can be turned back into the camp. The community in Sremski Karlovci are really caring people. They're always there for you if you need anything. They really are like cherishing like everything that you bring there. I don't know how to explain it. They always gather you like not gather you, say hi to you on the streets. Like if you want to say something about the event or something like that, they will always stop and listen. Also come if they're available at the moment, and just they are a loving community. But like there's some people that are still like closed for those events. They're like, I don't need to be there. Why should I be there? Like maybe you could just experience it something for once in your lifetime. Like it's not like we are having those every day. Like so, yeah, they're still like closed mind people, but we are still working on that. They're sort of divided. Like we have like the young people who are like so ready to experience life, who are like want to participate in everything. They go everywhere. They if you just like call them, yeah, I'll be there in like 5 minutes, no worries. And then you have like the other young people who are like, I'm not interested. I'm not up for that. And I'm like, that's okay actually, because not everybody is up for youth work and not everybody is made for that. I mean, you can participate, but you don't have to be one of the coordinators or organizers. Like, it's okay just for you to come to the event and try it. Maybe you will like it, you never know. And I have a few examples of those people. But young people in Karlovci just like to stay like in their safe area, in their home, playing video games. Sometimes they come, sometimes they don't. And we are still trying on that for them to come. Activism is for changing the rights for youth people, for younger generations. Because as myself, I started to work really young, and I had a lot of opportunities slammed because I was young for them. I finished we call it confectioner. I make sweets, I make cakes, cookies, and stuff like that. And everywhere where I went for the interview, they were like, oh no, you can't work here, you are too young, you don't have enough experience. But while you were at school for that, you learn everything about that. You go to other work jobs to see how they work, how they function. and stuff like that. And when I finally gained the job, I was the lowest paid employee. So that's why the whole activism, youth work is important to me, for me to just, for finally young people to be recognition for something in their life. Okay, age doesn't matter. First of all, what inspires me for youth work and activism is my mentor, Vladimir Budlic. He's the one who's like always keeping us going. Like, oh, you have new projects over here. You have new assignments here. Like, we can sign up for this. We can sign up for that. Like, or we can post something. I don't know. He always has so much ideas that they're like running around, and that's what makes us go crazy with all the work. And we love it. We love the whole youth work. We love the whole making all of that happen for our little ones back in Karlovci. And just ideally in life, my I don't know, my grandma. Yeah, definitely my grandma. She's my biggest motivation in life. She's a warrior, a queen, just somebody who holds the whole family together and who's the whole like, okay, you need to go to work today, like kind of person when I don't want to go to work. They have the same energy as me. That's really something really hard to put up with because I'm an extreme extrovert. I'm out of the home 90% of the time. I like to go out. I like to go everywhere, travel, just like not sit in one place. And somebody who can match that energy for me is like perfect. But I mean, trustworthy, that I know I can have my trust in them. I can go to them for the advice. Generally, always like looking for somebody like me. And I don't have a large group of friends. And the people that I have friends now are actually like the same energy as me. The same as I see myself, crazy, always up for something, energetic, way too much energetic. Always has new ideas for something, like especially like activities and stuff like that. Or during work hours where I work as a bartender, my manager is so fed up with my ideas. Like, okay, Gloria, can we stop now for a little because we don't have enough money right now to buy all the things that you need to make that. I'm like, okay, I will wait. But yeah, definitely like just crazy energetic person. I'm not so sure about that because we never know what the future might bring. Of course, I'm hoping for the organization like to expand and like have lots of volunteers and stuff like that. Maybe the biggest fear for that is not having some next generation of volunteers that will continue doing that job that we did. To definitely be a youth worker, to be a youth leader, to become Vladimir one day. I mean, as my mentor. And actually, yeah, that someday I can be like him, that I can mentor myself like other young people, to give them advice, how to handle things. And yeah, basically be a youth worker. I mean, I love my job. I love working as a bartender. I love the whole barista thing also, but it's not what I enjoy 100%. I feel like myself when I'm in the organization and when I'm dealing with young children and young people. Please keep on going. Everything relies on the youth. We don't. I know we're young. I know we have a lot of time ahead of us. We have so much to experience in life. But please take care around the people around you, your family, your friends, your locals. It's all up to us. It's all up to young people and generation behind us. And the generation behind us needs to learn from us. So I want to set them the perfect example on what they should follow.